testing the mic. Okay, yeah. My mic was bugging out, so it's been quiet for a while. I'm just testing this Elgato game capture device with my Rebel T5. Unfortunately, I've figured out that I can't get rid of this box right here unless I actually start recording on the Rebel, which is dumb. It is an older camera, I guess. I get what I pay for. But there is a sweat spot right there in the middle of the box now. Should be able to see it. I was trying to focus it earlier, but it's a pain in the butt to focus this thing. It's hard to do. I'm basically turning a knob on my telescope, and it's a completely manual thing, and I gotta do it without causing too much shake. It's really hard to focus this thing. You'll notice that on the terrestrial photography I do too. Sometimes I just can't get the focus right. That is one advantage that the P900 does have, is that even though its focus isn't that good either, it still does focus automatically. And if you use that spot focus right, it'll be really sharp, which is surprising considering I can't get my telescope to focus sharply for nothing. Sometimes I wonder if it's the camera though. I'm not sure if it's a telescope or if it's my attachment, because whenever I put regular eyepieces on the telescope, it's super sharp. So it's got to have something to do with the camera or the way I'm attaching the camera. I'm not sure. You kind of see that sunspot going in and out though, so there's definitely some atmosphere going on too. I'm also down by the roof, so well, no, that's still high enough. Anyway, just playing around with this new little gadget I got, and hoping that I can eventually, down the road, figure out a way to stream some of my observations from my telescope live. Ideally, that would be the best situation. Right next to the causeway, there's a couple buildings that have Wi-Fi, and I think one of the causeway's official traffic cameras is streaming from up there. It's not really streaming. I think it's more like a snapshot every once in a while. But I'm hoping that maybe one day I'll be able to convince someone up there that I'm not crazy and want to stream the causeway 24/7. Ideally, that would be a really awesome situation. It's in the back of my head. It's still just a glimmer, but I'd like to do that at some point. Maybe I can convince them to set my telescope up there semi-permanently for a long time at least, and just stream it 24/7 on the channel. In an ideal world, I'll figure that out. John Michelson wants me to stream Earthshine live. That's a good idea. I'll do that. I'll do that for my subscribers, not for Smiley. I still have a long way to go before Earthshine, though. I mean, I don't think we'll be able to do it at 2/3 phase. I don't think we'll be able to get it. How far behind are you guys? I think you guys must be way behind. Like the live video. The white box is Anthony Riley's goalpost. That's hilarious. Why is there no Earthshine on the sun? I don't know. Camera's about to die. I'm going to be joining Rhetoric and Discourse at 4. We're going to be discussing the hangout I had today with Geo. It's going to be, so it's 3:42 currently. Yeah, I know, battery's dying. Roghawk. Battery's dying, yep. I'm going to have to, there's actually these devices you can get. It's basically a battery substitute that you stick into your camera and then it goes on your Wi-Fi. I mean, not Wi-Fi, it goes on your USB. Plugs into your USB so you get constant power, never run out of battery. With this type of setup, I'd have to do that anyway. I mean, I'd be right next to the camera anyway. So probably get one of those eventually. I do have 2 batteries for this camera, but the other one's dead too. John Michelson, Rhetoric and Discourse. I will paste a link. Let me get it real quick. Rhetoric and Discourse. This channel will be starting up at 4 Central, 2100 UCT, or UST, however you like to say it. Universal Standard Time. Or Universal Coordinated Time. Alright, I'm going to be shutting this down. It was mostly just an experiment to see how this Elgato thing worked. It works pretty good. I think my limitation now is the camera, which is, I've been having a problem. I've been running into the limits of this camera for a long time now. So eventually I'm going to have to invest in a better camera. I'm not sure when that's going to happen yet. But in an ideal world, I'd get one of those mirrorless cameras on there, like Sony Alpha 7, something like that. We will see what the future brings. Anyway, thanks for joining me, guys. Camera's about to die, and I'm going to break all this stuff down and prep for the hangout. I'll talk to you guys later. What kind of bandwidth is it using? I don't know. I'm on a pretty good connection at home, though. I'm sitting right outside my office, so it's should be pretty good. I'm not sure what you guys are actually seeing. Let me flip over to there. Oh yeah, I forgot. There's a little live thing right here in the stream. Oh yeah, it looks pretty good actually. It's coming through pretty good. I mean, for my crappy camera, my camera's the limitation right now. The Elgato device is working flawlessly, as I'm pretty impressed with it actually. Geo's not having another hangout. It's going to be on Rhetoric and Discourse's channel. He's just kind of doing like a post-game hangout where we can actually get to some of the meat that we missed. Yeah, I don't know. John Michelson, this thing is supposed to capture 1080 at 60 frames per second, but apparently when it's streaming live, downgrades to 720p. I think it's at 30 frames. Can't remember. So streaming live, you can't get that 1080 60 frames per second, which I mean kind of makes sense. It's probably needs some nice hardware to do that. This little cheap box, I mean, the Elgato is, I mean, for the price, it's pretty damn good. 150 bucks. It's doing exactly what it's advertised to do, so looks pretty good. All right, guys. Shutting down the stream. See you over at Rhetoric and Discourse's channel.